Hi there. For our week 5 help video, I wanted to look at a couple of the My Spanish Lab assignments that appear to be most problematic for everybody this week. So I took the two that have the lowest average grade, and I'm going to be walking through those. I will also try to go through when I post this and delete if anybody has already used all 5 of their attempts. I'm going to clear one of the attempts so you can get one more chance at it if you would like. So I'm going to be doing SAM 0734 and 0735. They're both over double object pronouns. So hopefully this will be helpful for you. I'm going to go through it fairly quickly. You can pause the video if you need to, if you're watching the video as you complete the assignment yourself. So if we look at the instructions, a softball team has an important game today. The coach asks her assistant about various preparations for it. Answer each question affirmatively using double object pronouns. Use informal second person pronouns and be sure to follow the model closely. Okay? So in the modelo, ¿nos trajiste más toallas? Sí, se las traje. Okay, so the one thing that is a little confusing here is it looks like in the modelo, it looks like all you're filling in is just the pronouns, which is in italics. But if we look at the response, we have to include the verb or else it's not going to make sense. So that's one place that it might have thrown people off. Okay, so let's look at número uno. Nos pusiste los bates y los guantes en el carro. So we're going to say, we already say sí. The pronouns that we're going to use are nos, referring to us still. There's no reason to change that. Sí, nos, los is referring to los bates y los guantes. Nos, los, and then we're going to say puse, I put them. Nos los puse en el carro. Número dos, ¿les compraste barras de proteína a los jugadores? Sí. We would use les and then las to refer to las barras. Les referring to a los jugadores and las referring to las barras. But remember that we don't want to use les and las together. So anytime that we have two of those L pronouns together, we're going to change this one to se. Sí, se las compré. Se las compré, the yo form of compraste. ¿Les trajiste muchos refrescos también? Sí. We're still talking about for the players, so we're going to again say se, and then los referring to los refrescos, traje, se los traje también. So again, we would have used les, but then we would have les los, and that just sounds awkward, so instead we change it to se los traje. Me pusiste hielo en la heladera. So it told us earlier to use second person informal, so we're going to use the tú form. She was asking if you did this for me, so I'm going to say sí, te for you. Lo referring to el hielo. I'm replacing this noun hielo with the pronoun lo, and then the yo form of the verb puse. Te lo puse en la heladera. Te dije que tenemos otro partido mañana. Sí, me. So the question is asking, did I tell you? So you're going to say sí, me lo, referring to el partido. Me lo dijiste, you told me, me lo dijiste. Bien. And then we're going to submit that for grading. Sorry if you can hear my 3-year-old yelling in the background. I apologize for that. All right, so 100%, here's our answers again. Número uno, sí, nos los puse en el carro. Nos for us, los bates, puse, I put. Número dos, se las compré, se for the players, las barras, and compré, I bought them. Tres, se, referring again to los jugadores, los, referring to refrescos, and traje, I brought them. Número cuatro, te lo puse, te for you, lo referring to el hielo, and puse, I put it. Y cinco, me lo dijiste, me to me, lo el partido, and dijiste, you told me. Bien. All right, so I'm going to switch. Oh, let's see. Número 35 is the next one that I wanted to do. And again, this is still working with double object pronouns. So again, this is 735 if you're working alongside with that. You have an incredulous aunt who questions everything she hears. Imitate her speech by repeating each sentence using double object pronouns. Substitute the indirect object you hear and the direct object you see with correct corresponding object pronouns from your aunt's perspective. Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to hear these. I'm going to play them and then I'll repeat them. Okay, so modelo. You see, sirvo limonada, and this blank with sirves. You hear a ti, and so your question is going to be me la sirves. Okay, so I say compro helado a los jugadores, and so then the aunt says a los jugadores was the indirect object that's given in the recording. So we're going to say les, and then we're going to replace helado with lo. And then, oh, we have les lo. We don't want to have that. So instead, we're going to change les to se. Se lo compras. Okay, here, venden los papalotes. And what we hear is a nosotros. Okay, so the a nosotros tells us the first pronoun we need to use, which is nos. The los papalotes tells us the second pronoun that we need to use, los. Remember, the people will always come before the things. So indirect object pronoun first and then direct object pronoun. Nos los venden. This is kind of an awkward activity, I feel like, just the way it's laid out or the way it's set up. It's hard to understand exactly what you're doing. So you really just have to kind of follow the model and apply the patterns that you know. So the sentence we're given here is digo la verdad a ti is what we're given as the person. So a ti would be te, la verdad would become la, te la dices. Here hago unas galletas de chocolate. That gives us our object, right? And then the recording says a ustedes, a ustedes. So it would become les. A ustedes is les. And then las to refer to las galletas, but that gives us two that start with L, so we're going to change the les to se. Se las haces. Lavan el carro is what's given here for the verb and the object. A mi esposo y a mí is given in the recording, so this becomes nos, and then to refer to el carro, nos lo lavan. Busco unas entradas para el partido. So this gives us our object, entradas. A mi hijo is what's given in the recording. So a mi hijo would become le. Las entradas would become las. That, of course, leaves us with two of the L pronouns. So we want to change the le to se. Se las buscas. Let's see how we did. Uh-oh. Where did I mess up? Oh, so I forgot to change it from, since it was saying a ustedes. Okay. And this is where I should have followed the model more closely. So if you hear a ti, you want to repeat it from the other perspective and say me. So let me go through these and I'll include the corrections. So, número uno, compro helado, se lo compras. What you're putting in here is se lo. Venden los papalotes. Número dos, nos los is what you're putting in the blank here. Número tres, since we're changing it to this, the other person's perspective, it would become me la dices. And same thing here, it was a ustedes, so it becomes nos las haces. Okay, nos lo lavan and se las buscas. So hopefully that helps. Again, I feel like this particular activity is a little confusing and convoluted the way it's set up, but hopefully you can see the pattern and at least see how we're making decisions about which pronouns to use, and how we combine an indirect and a direct object pronoun. So that part is important, and hopefully you're able to catch that, even if the layout of the assignment is a little confusing. So hopefully that helps. Shoot me an email if you have any questions or problems, and I will see you all online.